Okay everybody, I said earlier that I was going to do a chicken piccata. Now chicken piccata, if you're not familiar with it, you can do veal, you can do chicken, you're going to butterfly or make a very thin scallopini size piece of meat. And I'm going to dredge it lightly in flour, and then I'm going to brown it in butter and olive oil. I'm going to add lemon, wine, capers, and it's very fancy, but it's so simple. It's a meal you can make in under 30 minutes. So if you're inviting people over and you want something kind of impressive, this is a nice dish. I'm also going to do, for people that are doing a low carb, I'm going to do a lemon garlic asparagus that I'm going to roast, and I'll just tell you how to do that. And I'm going to do a lemon brown butter pappardelle pasta to go with this chicken piccata. So it's one of these dishes that seems fancier than it is, very simple to do. So I just want to show you how to do it. And again, this is how I like to do it. I'm adding garlic to this chicken piccata, and that is not traditionally in the recipe. It's usually just butter, olive oil, white wine, chicken stock, and you dredge it in flour, and that's it with capers. I'm going to be adding garlic because I like garlic. And as long as I feed my husband garlic, I don't have to worry about him saying, your breath smells like garlic. So I'm also going to use some clarified butter. This doesn't burn as much. So if you have, it's called ghee, but if you don't have it, it's fine. They just take the butter solids out of it. So it doesn't burn. It has a better cooking point. So I'm going to turn on my burner, and I'm going to I put some olive oil in here, get some nice olive oil. You want about 4 tablespoons of good olive oil in there. And then I'm also going to add some salted butter. I have my water boiling. I know I don't have anybody doing my video today. I'm doing it kind of solo. Everybody's doing their thing. But I have water boiling for my pappardelle that I will be doing. And then I'm gonna just roast these off in the oven. And I'm just gonna tell you how to do them. They're just really simple. If you're doing low carb, I wanted to have an alternative to the pasta. So it's just fresh garlic. It's a beautiful olive oil on there, salt and pepper, and I sliced lemons. I don't know if you can see that. And I just roast it till they're tender, and it's so, so good. So if you're doing low carb or keto, everything is okay except for the pasta. There is a little bit of flour dredged on the chicken breast, and I'm gonna show you that next. If you're doing keto, are you in a fancy hotel kitchen? Yes. You guys, I feel so luxurious in my new kitchen. I'll have to pan when I'm done so I can show you. But I want you guys to be able to see down here is the most important thing. So if it cuts my head off, I really don't care. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get chicken breasts, and we're going to cut them in half. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's very simple. You want to make sure you have a very sharp knife. So I love this knife sharpener. I don't know what kind of sharpeners you have. This is a Broad and Taylor. It's a German product, and you're just, you're going to go back and forth on it. Good knife, nice and sharp, because you're going to be cutting these in half. Hey, chickadee. Hey, Joanne. Anyway, okay, so I'm feeding a crowd today, so I have chicken already prepared. I've already filleted them, if you will. So when you're doing, I'm going to do one on camera so you guys can see. So basically, with your chicken breasts, we know what they look like. Okay, and some chickens have bigger breasts than others, just FYI. So what we're gonna do, I hope you guys can see. Give me a thumbs up if you can see what I'm doing down below. It's hard for me to tell. You are awesome, Trisha, thank you. Sorry, Kelly, I know we had the little beans, chili, little sound off. I personally like some beans in my chili. I make some great Southwest chili, but chili does not have beans, just FYI. Hey, you're up right now. I know, my husband fixed it. Okay, so to take your chicken, you're gonna split this. This is a big breasted chicken, big American breasts. So we're gonna, Dad, you wanna come into the video?
That's okay.
Come on.
I'm headed for
my dad's here.
football.
He doesn't wanna come do a Facebook Live video with me. Chicken. Okay, so if you guys can put the thumbs up if you can see what I'm doing down here. Can you see it? Sharp knife, you're gonna lay your hand flat, and you're just gonna start to slice, and I don't wanna cut my hand off on camera, that would be bad. But you can see I just literally split it in half. And the reason you're doing that is you want these to be really thin. And you want to see what they look like. If they look too thick, a little trick, I don't know if you've done it, you can get your aggression out if you're feeling angry, is to beat them. Yeah, I said it, beat them. So I like to put a little plastic wrap on top, and I have a mallet. You can use a rolling pin, you could use a mallet, like a real mallet. But just kind of pound where they're thicker, because the idea is you want them to, they're going to cook very quickly. That's what's so great about this dish, is they cook very quickly. Okay, so you're just pounding on any of the thicker areas. Very, very simple. So you have this sort of thinner scallopini-like piece, and I have these already done over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to salt and pepper these. Very, very simple, salt and pepper. I need to get a paper towel because I don't want to be touching gross things. All right, over here, I'm just going to sprinkle a little salt on these chicken breasts, very, very lightly, and flip them over. I'm just going to do a few at a time, and then you guys will kind of get the idea of what it'll be like, okay? All right, so I have my olive oil in here. I'm going to get a clean knife, and I'm going to add some butter. Now, I had some ghee in there as well. I'm going to do a couple tablespoons of butter. And the butter just really gives a creaminess to the sauce. And we're going to finish it also with some butter. So it is not a low-calorie sauce. It is very heavily buttery. But that's what makes it so good. Butter and white wine, it's like so good. Okay, and I don't want it on really, really, really high heat. I want this to be, I don't want it to be the smoking point, okay? So medium high, okay, depending on your oven, all right? Can you guys see inside there? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Dairy Queen, what does that mean? Anyway, let me get some pepper. I'm gonna put some freshly ground cracked pepper on here as well. And always practice good food safety. If you're using chicken breasts, you don't want to transfer that to other things, so I keep that on a special, if you can see down here, I keep it on a special pad, and then I can just remove that and get rid of it and move on to my other ingredients. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dredge these very lightly. I'm going to move my chicken breasts. I'm going to get my wine. We're cooking with wine, so you should never cook with wine you would not drink. Anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to dredge these ever so lightly in seasoned flour. And season, I just mean lemon pepper, or it's just salt and pepper, whatever you like. Very, very light, okay? And I'm going to lay those in the pan to saute. See how easy this is? Very simple. I said my staff at Dairy Queen are watching. Hi, Dairy Queen! I love Dairy Queen! Gosh, I have not had ice cream in forever. Although I went to a chef's tasting dinner for a restaurant that's opening soon in Redlands, and the chef is one of my favorite chefs. And she not only made like an amazing dessert that was like a salted, chocolatey, caramely tart, that the crust was like shortbread. It was so good. It was Verona chocolate. It was like to die for. She also made me homemade bread, and I will tell you, it was the first piece of like bread that I've had since June 6th, and it was like an orgasm, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm getting these scallopini pieces of chicken in there. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back on camera, don't miss me. So what we're looking for is just about 3 minutes per side. Like I said, this is really quick. Hi Troy, hi chef, how are you? Do you make chicken piccata for yourself or your family? I'm going to move this chicken because I'll fry these later off camera. I want to keep my area clean. There we go. My knife is contaminated. So we can move on to the next part. So 3 to 4 minutes per side is all this is going to take. Very quick, very simple, okay? So you can see in the pan, yes? Yes, Naomi, so good. And again, very impressive. I like to use tongs. But you can use a fork. 3 minutes per side, and then I'm going to flip them, and then I'm going to remove them. I'm going to show you how to make the sauce before I just keep making this over and over and over because it's boring. I don't want to bore you with it. And then we'll make the pasta. Hi, Marty. I know you're a relative, but I'm not sure where